Welcome back to our series on the 5 questions for ministry planning. Today we're going to introduce you to a really cool tool that will help you make tough decisions. And remember, though we're looking at things through the lens of special needs ministry, these techniques can work for any ministry. Hey, what you doing? Oh, you're having to make a tough decision and you're looking for leadership quotes to inspire you? Well, have you ever heard of this old saying? The key to success is to never say no. Oh, you haven't? Probably because no one says it. Come to think of it, that's pretty terrible advice. Wonder if there's a better way to make hard decisions. 5 questions for ministry planning. Number 4, how do you decide? Part of being an effective leader is knowing how to focus your resources on what matters most. And this means sometimes you have to say no to some pretty good stuff. And sometimes you even have to disappoint a few people. Ugh, that doesn't sound like fun. But it is true. Leaders are deciders. And though saying no to a heartfelt request may be hard, deciding when you need to do so doesn't have to be. Introducing the goal hierarchy. The goal hierarchy is a tool that can help you make better decisions by testing a request against your desired outcomes. Simply put, it's a prioritized list of your goals. And while it may be simple, it's also powerful in helping you protect what matters most. Why? Because accomplishing your mission doesn't come in one big push. It comes in the small decisions that you make every day. So how does this magic list work? Well, start by writing down your organization's top goals. Now rearrange them in priority order. That was easy. Let's take a look at the special needs ministry example. But first, a note on this week's video content. To illustrate how to use the goal hierarchy tool, we chose a simple yet common request to test. If your church has been given this request before and made a different decision, please know we respect that. Our intention is not to tell you what to do, but rather to share a new way to help make hard decisions that can be useful in many matters. Thank you. Your first goal is to provide a safe environment for children who have special needs. Your second is create a ministry that benefits the church as a whole. You want to balance volunteer needs with families' needs, and teach the Bible through adapted curriculum. Wow, those are great goals. Definitely want to protect those. But could a simple request really be a threat? Well, let's see. Let's say one of your parents has a question. Can Billy's friends stay in the resource room with him during service? They have so much fun together. You may think, his friend is a sweet kid. What could be the harm? But before you say yes, test it against your goal hierarchy. Here's how it works. Take the request and ask yourself one question. If I say yes to this, does this positively, negatively, or neutrally affect my mission? Test that question against each goal. Start at the bottom of your list. So letting kids who don't actually need a resource room use it too is neutral to teaching adapted curriculum. Great, let's keep going. Next, does adding in extra kids under a volunteer's watch balance the volunteer's needs as much as the family's? Well, that depends. That kind of sounds negative for this goal, but let's keep going up the list just to see. Does allowing children who don't need the resource room to use it instead of going to their own classroom benefit the church as a whole? Well, not really, because their classroom teachers have invested a lot of time and heart into lessons that will meet them right where they are. And those teachers will feel badly if they keep losing their kids. So that's getting pretty negative, but let's test it out on our number 1 goal, just to be sure. Does allowing kids who do not need to use the resource room to hang out there during service help, hurt, or have no effect on providing a safe place for children who have special needs? Well, what if Billy's friends invite a friend, or another parent in your ministry asks if their child can have a friend? Soon the whole room could be filled with kids who don't actually need the resource room to be safe at church. This could cause the room to get noisy and overstimulating for the children who need calm. That's definitely negative. That could actually defeat the entire purpose of the room and hurt your ministry. Wow. So using the goal hierarchy to test requests against your mission's top goals has helped us see that saying no may be your best choice. I'm guessing that might not have been what you decided if you hadn't used the tool. Now this doesn't mean that you can never make an exception or there won't be times when taking a risk is worth it. Being flexible is important too. The goal hierarchy is just a tool to help you. You still will always use your own best judgment. But you know what else is great? Understanding the why behind tough decisions makes it easier to explain to others when you sometimes have to say no. And whether that person feels better or not, you're going to feel better knowing that you did the right thing. So maybe a better saying would be, the key to success is using the goal hierarchy. Pretty catchy, huh? But there's one more thing before you go. The goal hierarchy is a great tool to use when making decisions, but there's still something else that's even more important. Prayer. No matter how you decide things, always decide to start with prayer. See you next time when we look at our last question. When do you grow?